Coming to you from Studios 1162, Vantage Point starts right now.
Hey Eagle Nation, and welcome to Vantage Point,
where we see you.
I'm Silas Rainey.
And I'm Sean Linga, and here's the latest news.
Facebook said last week that Donald Trump's suspension from the service would last at least 2 years. The move keeps the former president off mainstream social media for the 2022 midterm elections. The company also said it would end a policy of treating posts from politicians differently from those of other users. Facebook officials said Trump would be eligible for reinstatement in January of 2023, before the next presidential election. It will then look to experts to decide if the risk to public safety has declined. The company banned Trump from the service after he made comments on social media that rallied his supporters, who then stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. But it had not given a firm timeline about when or if the suspensions would end. Finance leaders from the group of 7 countries agreed to back a new global minimum tax rate of at least 15% that companies would have to pay regardless of where their headquarters are located. The agreement aims to stop large multinational companies from seeking out tax havens and forces them to pay more of their income to governments. The agreement would also impose an additional tax on some of the largest multinational companies, potentially forcing technology giants like Amazon, Facebook, and Google, as well as other big global businesses, to pay taxes to countries based on where their goods or services are sold, regardless of whether they have a physical presence in that nation.
Citing increased hospitalization rates of teenagers with COVID-19 in March and April, the CDC urged parents to vaccinate their teens to protect them from an illness that can be severe even among young people. The study showed that nearly 1/3 of those teenagers hospitalized with COVID-19 during a surge of cases earlier this year required intensive care, and 5% required mechanical ventilation. COVID-19 hospitalization rates among adolescents declined in January and February, the report said, but increased during March and April, even as hospitalization rates stabilized for those 65 and older. In school-related news, Cleveland will be hosting a student-led vaccination clinic this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The event is in collaboration with the Seattle Cancer Alliance. The clinic is open to all Cleveland students, friends, extended family. Students under 18 must bring a parent or guardian, or bring a signed consent form. Visitors can receive their first or second dose.
It is never a surprise at the end of the school year that some staff members decide not to return in the fall. But when some teachers announce they are leaving, their departures leave a huge void on campus. While it is still unknown how many teachers are leaving the nest, we sat down with a few of them to discuss their time at Cleveland. During the 2 years Nakia Isabel has been at Cleveland, she has made a huge impact on the school community. As a CHS alumni, Isabel used her knowledge of being an Eagle and used it to her advantage. She said her time at Cleveland has taught her a lot about herself.
What I learned about myself is that I can do more than I ever imagined. You know, I think just being in a pandemic in itself pushes you to be innovative and creative. And for me, I think that it's not like money that makes you wealthy, but it's your relationships. So really building relationships with students and staff, and learning that like I can do more than, I say or than I ever imagined. Sometimes I limit myself. And then also too, like just the importance of communication, being patient, being gracious, and just remaining flexible and adaptive, because there's so much that everybody's going through. And I think that it can be easy sometimes to internalize things, but sometimes you're not the problem. There's just other outside influences that come. So my job is just to be consistent, and to be a safe place for students and staff. And so I learned that I am capable of doing that, and I'm capable of being flexible and adaptable, and being a part of the Cleveland community. So I'm really appreciative for this opportunity and very thankful.
Dr. Grant Story is also leaving the nest. The science teacher has been a part of the Cleveland community for 9 years. He had this message for students and staff.
In terms of leaving, it's hard. Cleveland, like I said, it's like a family. It's a close-knit place. I'm not sure I'll ever find a working environment or a student community that is like Cleveland. But life is full of chapters and full of different seasons, and my family had the opportunity to try something different, and you work really hard so that you have opportunities, or you're in a position to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. And so um, we decided to make a change for our family, just to try something different. And so we're excited about the next chapter, but also sad to leave something so really amazing behind.
Ninth grade humanities teacher David Dreeben is wrapping up his 4th year at Cleveland. He's leaving the nest with the class of 2021, the same group he started his first official year of teaching with. Dreeben will be moving with his wife to London.
But I wanted to let you all know that Cleveland has really been home to me over the past 5 years, and I feel very lucky every day, even on the tough days, to get to either log in or step into the Cleveland building, mostly because of the strong community that I feel we have. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to thank every student that I've either taught, learned from, gotten to meet over the past 5 years. My first official year teaching at Cleveland was 2017. I was a freshman teacher when the seniors this year were freshmen at Cleveland. So watching you all walk at graduation this year is going to be really special for me, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. For those of you who are juniors going into your junior year next year, sophomore year, it was an honor to get to work with you all as well. And please feel free to reach out. I hope we can find ways to stay in contact.
Faylee Reagan has been with Cleveland longer than some staff members have been alive. After 36 years with the school, Reagan is retiring from Cleveland. She has served as the executive secretary to countless principals and is the glue that has held the school together. Never the one to be on camera, Reagan declined an interview with Vantage Point, saying she didn't want to make a big deal out of her exit. On behalf of the Cleveland community, we want to offer our well wishes to each and every staff member that is leaving. Keep soaring on. We already reported that Principal George Breland and Assistant Principal Ray Garcia Morales are also leaving at the end of the year. It is reported that 3 other teachers will also be leaving, but they have not made their departures public.
The class of 2021 will have its commencement ceremony on Tuesday, June 15th at 8 p.m. at Memorial Stadium. There will be a rehearsal on Cleveland's playfield at noon that same day. Seniors will be allotted tickets to bring up to four guests. Babies ages 1 and under do not need a ticket. Seniors should arrive at the field by 6:45 p.m. in their gowns. An online station form should be completed before arriving. Graduates will be required to show proof upon arrival. More information about graduation can be found on the school's website. The free online summer school credit retrieval program is now accepting applications for students. Students currently in grades 9 to 12 who failed classes in language arts, math, or social studies can earn up to 1 credit per class online towards graduation. Preference will be given to juniors and seniors. Remote classes begin July 6th and end July 30th. Contact your counselor to complete your application and visit the school's website for more information.
Eagles, the last day of school is June 18th. All students are expected to report to their classes on that day. The district is requiring all students to return their laptops for the summer. Students who are in person will turn in their laptop during their humanities class. Remote students must bring their laptops to campus on Monday, June 21st. Vantage Point is shouting out the class of 2021 to highlight some of their achievements. Today, Vantage Point is shouting out 2 seniors, King Nisby and Vanessa K. Liam. King came to Cleveland his sophomore year. He's been an active member of the Black Student Union and has helped out with several ASP events. King is planning to build his skills as a trader and investor in global markets. He wants to network with people who have high earning skills. Our next shout out goes to Vanessa K. Liam. According to fellow senior Serena Lamb, Vanessa is willing to step out of her comfort zone to take on new opportunities. She's a supportive friend and is always kind to others. Vanessa will be attending South Seattle College in the fall. Congratulations to both of these seniors.
Well, that's it for me and Silas. It's been a pleasure to see you from this vantage point this year.
Eagles, we are down to the last 6 days of school. Let's get it. Until we meet again, I'm Silas Rainey.
And I'm Sean Lingat.
Stay fly, Eagles, and keep soaring on.